My name is Alexander Warstler, and myself and Jack Cyganiak, we cover the domestic healthcare sector of the AIM portfolio. And today we're going to be pitching to you Cerus, ticker CERS. Cerus is a leading biomedical products company focused on developing and commercializing the Intercept blood system to enhance blood safety. The company operates under one segment, the blood safety segment, which represents 100% of their 2019 revenue. And Cerus was founded in 1991 and is headquartered in Concord, California. The emergence of new pathogens continues to pose a significant health risk to the general population. Cerus is the first and only pathogen reduction platform for both plasma and platelets that is FDA cleared and CE marked. In addition, they have demonstrated 90% year-over-year growth in the US and 13% year-over-year growth in the EMEA region. Cerus has received a verbal commitment from the American Red Cross to convert to 100% pathogen-reduced platelets by 2023. And the American Red Cross represents approximately 40% of the overall U.S. platelet market. So that's a huge commitment for the company moving forward to 2021 and 2022 revenue growth. And in addition, they have a strong product pipeline with red blood cell, whole blood, and cryo, which represent total addressable markets of over $7 billion. And Cerus is going after label expansion for platelets, so expanding the allowed use from 5 days to 7 days and strengthening their geographic reach. So as a result, with market-leading products, expanding geographic reach, a strong pipeline, expanding gross and operating margins, and a rapidly growing U.S. platelet business, it is recommended that Cerus be added to the AIM Equity Fund with a price target of $10.29, representing a potential upside of 72%. So the first driver for Cerus is cryoprecipitate FDA approval. Cryoprecipitate aids in helping patients stop bleeding excessively. And the product now in the marketplace requires that this cryoprecipitate be frozen and then de-thawed before going into a patient. And so Cerus has come out with a product that can be in liquid form in room temperature for up to 5 days. And that will significantly save the amount of lives and represents a $300 million market in the US alone. Then the second driver is FDA compliance period. So the FDA came in and said by March 21st or March of 2021, all the hospitals and blood donor centers in the U.S. have to be compliant with safety protocols in regards to pathogen reduction. And so Cerus is the only total platform for this for those hospitals and blood centers to go to it will save them money and be extremely cost effective. And then Cerus is moving forward in the red blood cell clinical trial. They have 2 phase 3 studies going on, and enrollment will be finished Q4 of 2020, so next quarter. And the results of that will be finalized and sent in by mid-2021 with an expected approval in 2022. And so we think this is going to be a very strong revenue growth moving from 2022 forward for Cerus, with a $5 billion plus total addressable market for red blood cells. In order to reach an intrinsic value for Cerus, a 9-year DCF model was constructed using a terminal growth rate of 2% and a WACC of 8.60%. An intrinsic value of $11.14 was reached. Additionally, a price to earnings multiple valuation was calculated using a blended average 2022 price to earnings multiple of 45.57, resulting in an intrinsic value of $8.38. Finally, a price to sales multiple valuation was calculated using a blended average 2020 estimated price to sales multiple of 13.67, resulting in an intrinsic value of $9.23. By weighing the 3 models 60, 10, 30, a price target of $10.29 was reached, resulting in a potential 72% potential upside. CERS is subject to COVID-19. A large spike in COVID-19 could result in clinical trial delays and slight volume decreases of platelet kit utilization. In addition, regulations, so CERS's products have to go through the FDA and or be CE marked in Europe, and so they could have regulatory issues if products didn't meet certain expected results. And then reductions in BARDA spending, a decrease or elimination of funding would require CERS to alternatively finance R&D expense. In terms of the management team, William O.B. Greenman became CEO in 2011, and under his leadership, CERS has tripled product revenue and improved gross margins by over 50%. Kevin Green became the CFO in 2013. Prior to joining CERS, Green was the assistant controller for Macro Media Incorporation, and both together have been a very strong force moving CERS together and will continue to do so in the future. In summary, CERS has a tremendous opportunity to make Intercept the standard of care for blood safety globally. They have a strong balance sheet, they're nearing earnings per share profitability, and then from a strategic perspective, they have a strong pipeline, they're expanding their geographic reach, and further penetrating existing customer accounts.